Hello. I figured I would give you guys an opportunity to see this a couple different ways. One, I'm going to share a document that's basically all this information. You can look at it again. The other part is I'm just going to go down the list, kind of explain everything, give you guys an idea of what music's going to look like going forward. I I miss you guys. I would love to see you guys, but it appears that right now at this moment that's not the safest option for us. So I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you're staying home. I hope that home is a nice, constructive, caring environment for you. Part of what we're gonna do is I realize that like our situation's changed. When we're out of our classroom environment, some things at home might not be possible. So we're going to go over that, what this looks like, and kind of give you guys an idea of what's going to happen moving forward. First off, we're basically every week we're going to have a weekly check-in. It's kind of how I'm going to take attendance, how I'm going to see who's coming in, who's looking at what's there. It's basically going to be a question. It's not going to take very long. Most of the time it's going to be kind of musical. Sometimes it might be just kind of goofy. That's how I'm taking attendance, seeing who's checking in. It gives you guys another reason to come in once a week. On Tuesday mornings, I'm going to post the assignment. I know that a lot of your teachers are probably going to be working on a Monday through Wednesday schedule. I just want to stagger it so you can see, okay, what's the bigger picture on Monday look like? Okay, then I'm going to find out what my music assignment looks like. Second thing, office hours. I'll post these in a day or so. They're different for each section. But what I'm going to have is there'll be, say, 30 minutes or an hour where I just say, I'm going to open up a meeting. I invite everyone. If you don't have any questions, you don't need to come on. It's an optional thing, but if you have a question about how to do something, come on. If you have a comment, concern, I'll have a meeting open. I'll be working. If you come on, awesome. If you don't, it's not that big of a deal. But if you have longer questions, an idea of a project or something you want to do, go for it. Or if you just need to see another human face that's outside of your classroom, I guess. A classroom, I mean house, right? Suddenly my house became my classroom, so I might interchange those. The other thing, though, with that, you can still ask me a question via private comment, and you can still ask it, underneath the assignment. Sometimes that's productive if you say, I don't get this thing. What do you mean here? Other people may have that same question, and then if they follow the thread, they can go, okay, that's what I need. Assignments. Everyone's situation changed at home a little bit. I understand some of you may be in an apartment where practicing, say, the tuba might not be a good thing, Each week I'm going to give you guys a menu, basically, and then I might say, okay, pick 2 assignments off of this, pick 1 assignment off of this, or, add up to, whatever. It'll be self-explanatory. If you have questions, always feel free to say, if I do this, this, and this, does that work? But I'll give you guys a menu. That gives you guys options. I realize without someone, in class, it's harder to maybe motivate. So I'm going to try and give you guys some funner options, some engaging things, realizing that it's not going to work if we try to rehearse, right? Like if we did a video rehearsal, there would be this lag time from everybody. And so even if we were all playing at the same exact time, it would not sound like that. It would sound like it was all staggered. So we're going to move to a more where you work when you have time, when you work when it's convenient for you. And these assignments may be playing. I'll have playing tests and stuff like that going through. But they're also going to be music theory or music history based. So I might have a thing on a composer, and then you guys go take a quiz on that. That can be a part of your assignment for that week. I might have, doing note names really quick or doing rhythms and stuff like that. The idea is it gives you options. Say if there's a newborn in your house, hey, great, you don't have to worry about waking the baby. You can just do one of the quieter assignments that week or work it out. Let's talk about our expectations. The first thing, we're going to have a weekly check-in, the question. We're also going to have like a weekly scheduled kind of video conference. It's going to be about 20 minutes. I don't want to take up too much of your time. If it only needs to be 5 or 10, we'll do that. We'll just discuss what's coming up. People can ask questions. It's kind of like office hours, except we're all on there. Just make note when you go on, if you have the option, and I'll try and explain it closer. We won't do any of those this week, but you'll go on. We'll explain what's going on. Maybe I'll have something to play for you or something like that, and then we'll open it up to questions. You can always type something if you have a question that way. Work needs to be done by the due date, and the due date, I think, for most of these assignments is going to be Friday at 4. If that's not possible, please, shoot me an email, shoot me a private message, something, just to say, hey, this came up. If I know, I can help. If I don't, and it's like 2 weeks later and you haven't done anything, then we've got to, then it's a little tougher, right? If you say like, this Friday, hey, I am slammed in all these other classes. I'm still figuring this out. Can you give me till Monday? I might be able to work with you. With you having the understanding then that you gotta get caught up and you gotta get a feel for it. Depending on the assignment, there's a few different ways we may submit it. Maybe you may do a quiz on quizzes. You may submit it through Google Classroom. Playing tests are real easy to do that way. And I'll kind of talk about what that's going to look like. And I even have a couple videos that I can show you how to do that. I also got thinking, some of you guys who may not have good quality internet or limited data, I may set up a Google Voice number. And then what I was thinking is, if people called, you leave a voicemail message on my Google Voice, guess what? It's a recording, and we didn't use data. So that's another option. You basically just have to say your name, what you're playing, play it, and then we got through it. Not all the work is going to be, most of it, online, if you know what I mean. Like I may, if we're learning a song, guess what? You can get off the computer, go play through it a bit, right? The idea is that this is going to take however long it takes you, and I'm not shooting for, you guys having 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. That's overwhelming right now, especially with all the structure gone, right? So it's, give it the time that you need. If you have questions or something's holding you up, like say you're working on something and you need a hand or an extra, strategy, like say you're playing Star Search and you're having trouble getting the high notes, that's a great time to come in during office hours, isn't it? And then you can say, hey, get out your trombone, have a video conference, and go, this is tough for me, and I can give you, an idea. I don't know if I talked too about, like, I'm thinking about doing digital lessons, over chat. And I think that could be a fun little thing. Just real easy. You can go on, 20 minutes of lessons, 10 minutes for me to get ready for the next one. And I'll have signups for that, starting next week. Digital citizenship. I think it's important that we treat and respect each other well. The other thing, don't do spam, don't do shout outs and stuff like that. You guys can easily open, a message, like Messenger of some sort, I don't know which one kids use these days, but there's, if you want to communicate that way. But when we're on there, we've got to be on task, and professional and kind. One of the things about any of these, you say something mean to someone via text or something, guess what? That's a record, you know. So make sure that we're being kind, we're doing what we need to, and don't start unnecessary threads. If you have any questions, please go ahead and comment below. I'm going to include a document that shows all this information kind of again. Thank you. I hope you guys are safe. Have a great morning. Tomorrow I'll have your first week's assignment up.